dear traveler, welcome to the realm of the Iron Isle. Together with your fellow travelers, you will fight together or against one another for control of the Elder's throne and take control of this cursed land. Make your own destiny. Learn to forage and gather. Forge iron into steel. Build your own settlement from the sweat of your neighbors. Make this realm yours, either through war or peace. Gain influence and title. Welcome to RivenWorld, the first era. Coming soon to Steam Early Access.
Hello! Welcome to the RivenWorld dev stream number 3. My name is Kior and/or Zach, and I'm going to be your host this evening on the RivenWorld dev stream. So yeah, everyone, welcome. Feel free to ask questions. We're actually playing a different copy of the game today. So today we're just going to be going over our progress so far this week. Building some stuff, running around, answering your questions, maybe talking about a little of the backstory of the game, and yeah. So I guess let's get started with what we've been working on this week. So, let's see, the last stream was Sunday, so the last thing you guys saw was we were building some stuff, running around, showing you guys some scenery. Well, we've drastically improved the graphics in the game, actually. Remove the pesky debug stuff. But we've drastically improved graphics, actually, so the game's running a little bit more smoother. Also, you can see that we're not having any like screen tears. The hair on the guy is actually not translucent, so we were tweaking some of the Unreal Engine settings for that. Hello, Gabriela Hernandez. Nice to see you in the stream. So we've been doing that. We've also, I'm not sure, he should be jumping in the voice chat here momentarily on Discord, but Renee, one of the developers, has been working on improving the building system. That's going to be one of the major blocks of RivenWorld and everything you can do with it. So as we run around, I'm just going to show you guys some of the visuals, what we've improved, what we've made better. There's still some sputters of lag here and there. It is mainly because I am at home right now, and yeah, we've been working on this at the office where we have some better machines. I went ahead and ordered today a new RTX graphics card, so the next stream coming up this Sunday should be a lot more smooth. Also, I don't think my computer, so I have an old 1070 in my computer at home, so I'm not sure if it can handle streaming and rendering out the ultra settings on the game, but we'll see. Austin, you said, what FPS am I running? To be honest, I'm not quite sure. The stream's supposed to be running at 60 FPS. The game is having some lag here and there. Let's see if it may be OBS causing some of this. So let me see if I bump down OBS. How long have we been developing the game? That's a very good question. While I try to get everything to respond. So this is a dev copy, so this is showing the latest work. So we actually started back in, oh goodness, I can't even remember, about 4 or 5 5 months ago. We started on it. It's actually a side project at our office, so by the day, the game will be coming back here momentarily. By day, we actually work on, it's a little interesting, we actually work on aerospace software. So we're in the Houston area, we work with NASA Johnson Space Center. So that's what we typically do during the day. This actually started as in our company, we have what we call a Fun Friday, to where we literally pick a project that we would never normally do as a company, and we do it for fun with everybody in the office. And RivenWorld is the latest product of that, and we released it and showed some people, and they're like, "Oh man, that looks actually really good. That's a lot of fun." So yeah, I mean, the company's background is in gaming, so we actually were one of the first Minecraft hosting providers on the market back in, oh goodness, long time ago, like Minecraft Alpha. So we were one of the first companies offering that service. And really quickly, let me turn down the game music real quick. There we go. So we did a lot of Minecraft hosting. We actually ran a gaming convention out of Galveston, Texas called the GameCon. And then after about 4 years of doing that, we are actually approached by an aerospace company in our local area that wanted us to work on communication software since we had the hosting background. And bada bing, bada boom, that happened. But now, I mean, honestly speaking, one of my biggest dreams was always to build a game, to be able to create my own world, all that good stuff, create a story, have players play, and especially like see people's reactions to what we've built. So that's what RivenWorld is. So yeah, this is about 4 or 5 months in. We're aiming to release it come July. So yeah, ask any questions about the game, about the content, about the lore, what the gameplay's going to be like, anything. So earlier today when I was riding around in the office, we just put in a ton of new building blocks, and so I started building a little tower here, and so that was sort of cool. The goal is to actually get it to where you can build a massive castle. So the networking and loading side of the game is rather optimized, so we're doing chunk-based loading just like in Minecraft, but actually we're only loading in additions and modifications to the overall game world, so it's actually going to be rather optimized, and especially once we fine-tune the Unreal. Sound too loud, we cannot hear you. Okay. There we go, is that better? That should be a lot better. Okay, thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. So yeah, this is RivenWorld. Anyone ask any questions, anything that's on your mind, and past asking questions, I will ramble on about the game and what it's going to be. I guess first off, we can jump into what we've accomplished so far this week. Our goal is to do 2 dev streams a week, and after the stream, of course, it'll be posted on YouTube and all that good stuff. But just to keep everyone updated with where we're at, what we're planning to do, what we're thinking about doing. So we're going to be doing a stream every Wednesday night and then Sunday afternoon to sort of showcase the game and where we're at. So far for this first half of the week, we've actually done quite a bit. So we've implemented a forge system, so you're going to be able to, like, the game actually dynamically detects what terrain you're looking at. And so you're going to be able to forage, so you're going to be able to go, hit a forage, and go through, and that is actually inspired by DayZ, the ability to just go up to a tree, you forage, you can find berries, twigs, all sorts of stuff. See, I can see. So I found 1 stick and 1 leaf. So I'm not sure about anybody else. I'm not a large fan of when it says collect 3 rock and you're just getting started and you're literally running around like this. You're like, okay, shit, where's the rock set? Is this, can I pick this rock up? No, I can't. Okay, that's part of the world. Hang on. What rock can I pick up? So we actually just use the ground material and do the foraging off of that. So like, see, I can forage out of the ground and I got some thatch. And yeah, so you can just forage, find things on the ground. That'll also be accompanied by resource nodes throughout the world. So, you know, trees, and all that. And Gabriella, the game is going to be coming out. We're aiming for July of 2023. So that is our aimed goal right now. Of course, that can change. We actually are working on securing investment right now to make sure that we can make this the best game we can possibly make. If that investment goes through, then development will increase tenfold. If it doesn't, then we're just going to keep plugging along at a slow and steady pace. Show the inventory. Yes, I can. So here's the basic inventory control. So you can drop things, you can move them, you can actually split stacks if I had more than 1 item. And the crafting menu isn't fully ironed out yet, but all the items over here are what you're going to be able to craft. You also have skills and levels. So the skills and levels actually are based off of, like, inspired by RuneScape. So you're going to be able to level up different areas and improve your abilities. And then unlock things later with that. And then you have just standard attributes. So, you know, oxygen if you're underwater, health. Oh, someone is behind me. Hello, Renee. I don't think he is in the voice chat. Hang on, let's see. Renee, can you hear me? He is not in the voice chat. So the game also has built-in proximity voice, so you're going to be able to use voice chat around each other, and all this is, of course, hosted on dedicated servers. Let me make a day for you. So that was actually something we worked on for this first part of the week. So we actually have been working on the in-game chat mechanism with that as well. You're going to be able to run server commands and stuff like that. So, and also the server software, we're building it to be highly modifiable, to where server developers or owners are going to be able to build and write plugins. It's similar to like a Minecraft bucket spigot setup. So every single event that happens in game, so like while I'm moving around, I'm firing events off on the server, and server developers are going to be able to override these events and cancel them. So let's say you wanted to change proximity voice chat to be global. You could actually do that through our plugin system. You could also intercept commands in the chat, actual chat messages, format them, a big slew of things. See, if Reign of Kings, Heat, etc. can get numbers with neglectful devs, I really think this can go far since you're so involved and communicative. I appreciate that. No, we want to make, so I guess a little bit of the backstory or the inspiration behind all this. So I used to be a big fan of Reign of Kings, like extremely addicted to the level of no life. I put in, God, I think like 600 hours into that game. Actually did public servers and then found 2 or 3 RP communities I was a part of, and those have to be the most memorable gaming experiences I have had ever. Just sitting with friends, building something, interacting with other players, you know, taking the throne, being king, just getting into it all and going like, it was just super cool. And Reign of Kings is definitely an inspiration behind this, but also, I mean, what brings us joy is seeing people play it. And I'm always been a big believer if you enjoy what you're doing, and if, especially if other people enjoy it, then money just follows. So we're not doing this to really, as what Reign of Kings did. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, we want to, keep going, keep communicating with everybody, and be open through the process as well. So if there's a bug, then, address it and fix it, because bugs are everywhere. Nothing will ever be perfect, but yeah, we'll try to get there. Let's see. Tarkus asked, will you be hosting your own server, or is that up to the player? So, very good question. So, our server software, in the community spirit, we're actually going to be releasing all of our server software as open source as soon as it's released on Steam. So, other developers can contribute to the overall server system. They can host it themselves. They can modify it and make it better. You could even use it on your own gaming project if you really wanted to. But we're going to be open sourcing all the server software. And on top of that, to answer your question more direct, yes, you'll be able to host it wherever you want. You can host it on your desktop, your laptop. You can host it on a server, a VPS, a dedicated box, or you can rent shared hosting. We're going to be partnering with a few hosting companies that we know can deliver. This would be live, Agent 258. We're going to be partnering with a few hosting companies that we know can deliver high-quality service. And once we go live on Steam, then we'll be recommending... Holy shit, it is dark. Hang on. I'm going to use magic powers here. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, Christian, I'm excited that you are excited. And if you have questions or ideas or concerns, then we're wanting to establish the dev stream as the place to where we just share everything, show you guys new stuff, and also get feedback on everything. Okay, so Tarkus on YouTube, how many people can join a hosted server? Very good question. Renee's following me.
I'm here.
Oh, you're here? You're in the voice chat. It's Renee.
Just didn't want to interrupt you. Discord decided to not recognize my microphone.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm good. I'm here.
Okay.
Can be me without boo-boos.
So going back to Tarkus's question, how many players? So the world, I don't know an exact figure, and I don't want to misquote myself, but the world is rather large. So far in this stream, we've only ran across a quarter of it. So we're hoping to get the servers up to hopefully 100 players. And we are going to be doing some stress testing and involving everybody in our Discord server with that. So if anyone wants to be involved in stress testing the server software, join Discord. And whenever we're at that point in the development, we're going to be releasing the game for basically a free weekend to allow people to stress test the servers with us. And that stress test is what's going to drive the final numbers. So we're going to figure out how many people we can cram onto a server comfortably. Okay, Agent 258, sorry, are those trees mega scans? I mean, to be honest, the trees are a content pack off the Unreal Store. So they look like mega scans because they look very realistic. I don't think I'm sure there's people out there that 3D model trees like this, but they look very, very good and pretty. So I'm going to go with, they are mega scans, but I will double check that. Okay, Tarkus, any mobs to fight, any combat you can show us? So combat is actually in works, so we're hoping to have something to show in the next week or two. The combat that we do have is very simple. It's literally slash blade hit player. We're wanting to implement and we're actually working on this week, going into next week, a mountain blade inspired combat system to where you're going to be able to select what angle of attack you want to use for a melee weapon. So we found this really cool software called, Renee, what was that software called? The magic picture software?
I
can't remember. Is it Rokuku? Is it starts with an R? Or
Yeah, Rococo.
Rokuku. It takes your camera and it animates the skeletal mesh inside Unreal for you. Super cool. So we were actually having fun at the office earlier. I think it was yesterday, swinging around pipes and stuff, trying to capture like really good sword fighting stuff or animations. So once we get that in, then probably in like a week or two, we'll be able to show some combat. For your first part of your question, any mobs to fight. So we are going to be adding mobs. We aren't quite sure how we're going to add them yet. I know last stream, one of the viewers came up with the idea of having just mobs come out at night, and also having it to where it's getting too dark for my pleasure. Having mobs come out at night and concentrated in the pre-built structures. So throughout the world, you have pre-built. Actually, we can run over there because I'm running in circles. Throughout the world, we have pre-built structures that are sort of ruins, and the idea with the ruins is players are going to use them to their advantage, and being able to take them over, build on top of them. And when I run down to the bottom of the mountain, I will show you what we're talking about as far as building on top of them. But the ruins may be a center for the mobs to actually spawn in, so we're sort of taking that. We threw that idea around. If anyone has any feedback on it, put it in chat. But we basically thought, okay, well, DayZ sort of did something similar. The zombies are around structures. That sort of provides a safety net in a way, to where if I don't want to interact with mobs, then I'll just avoid the structures. I always thought that was cool with DayZ, and it actually turned into a whole gameplay mechanic because me and my squad or clan or whatever you want to call it would actively avoid towns and like skirt the edge of the forest, and super fun. But we'll do that. That is one idea that we've had. And then the other one would be just mobs everywhere. We are pretty sold that mobs will only be at night, like hostile mobs, like cursed things or like things past aggroed animals. So it'll be at night. Mounts. That is the $1 million question right there. So we are going to be adding mounts because the map is way too large, and I remember when I was playing Reign of Kings cursing the devs because they refused to add mounts to their map, and it took you a solid 15 minutes to run across it. So we do want to add mounts. We think it'll add a lot of gameplay. We've even talked about doing it sort of like a Life is Feudal. I'm not sure if anyone's played Life is Feudal here, but to where you would actually find a horse in the wild, tame it, and then the horse has different attributes. So you can actually create a whole game mode off finding horses and taming them. So yeah, it would be taming. So the idea would be is we're sort of sticking with the lore that you're in an uninhabited island. So if a player wants to go tame all the horses and sell them, then more power to them. But we're going to stick to the concept that everything here is fresh, and then let the players decide what they want to do with it. Okay, Renee, you ready to build something?
I am ready.
Okay, I'm going to run up to the shrine here, or whatever, the abandoned... I don't even know what building it is. This abandoned castle thingy on the top of the hill, and we can just build there. He's still behind me? Okay. I feel like this is DayZ. It's just in DayZ you would have gotten lost by now.
Yeah, no, yeah. Good times, good times.
Okay, Tarkus, can we breed them? So if we were just letting them, if we're doing taming, then we're going, I'm gonna set up the day again, keep doing that. So if we're gonna be adding in breeding, not breeding, goodness. If we're gonna be adding in taming, then we are gonna be adding in breeding. Let's see, give wood block 64. So this is just a demonstration. There's our chat, our command. You can spawn things as like the server owner. As you can see, you can build literally anywhere. So the idea would be is players can come here and literally seal off things. So like I can come here and put a door in, seal off this entrance, and sort of claim this pre-built structure and alter it however you want, make it better. Whatever you... see if I can line this up. There you go. So that's what we picture as far as like building, and with the pre-built structures is you're going to be able to just do whatever you want to make it your own. So there's an example of building on a structure. Renee's running in place. So yeah, let's see here. See if I can get up here. Cool. So here, let me go find you guys this. So we have been absolutely, can you dig? So unfortunately right now you cannot dig. We are wanting to add that in later. So once we release on Steam and give it maybe like a month, 2 months, we want to convert the map to be voxel. To where people can actually dig, make tunnels, put mines in, do all that really fun, cool stuff. Hey, Christian. Rusty Nights, I'll be sure be active in the community. I've spent countless thousands of hours on this genre. It's refreshing to see a project with passion finally taking on the challenge. How are you going to handle land claims? So, very good question. So land claims, we actually have a unique approach to it. So we are going to be putting in a claim system because I know everyone loves to wake up in the morning, jump on a game, and see someone griefed your whole base. So we're going to be putting on a land claim system that's going to protect your land when you're not there. You are going to have to feed it to keep it active, so you'll have to go put fuel into it. The only thing different, and I'm going to go on a little rant here very shortly, about other games and how they handle the destruction of the environment to where servers have to be wiped every month. We're trying to avoid that. So what we're going to do is the way we're building our server software and the way that we are recording everyone's building. I'm going to equip this real quick. There you go. Is once your claim runs out, the lore says that there's the Elder's Curse. The Elder's Curse protects everybody and protects travelers. It even weakens PvP during the day. So I'm not sure if I've gone over that yet, but it's going to weaken PvP during the day to where people can safely move around the world. It won't block it completely, but your weapons won't be as effective. And at night, weapons are fully effective, and the Elder's Curse removes itself from the land. So with that, also your claim, once your claim dies, or you let it go too long without feeding it, make it day again. The world will start to regenerate itself. So the Elder's Curse is going to reclaim what you have left, and it's going to slowly to disappear your blocks that you placed, chests you placed. It's basically going to eat everything and restore it back to its natural form. So the idea with that is if a player gets on a server and they play for, like, let's say a month straight, and then they get bored and they leave, then servers don't have to do wipes. They literally can just wait for the world to heal itself. So if I cut down all these trees, build a gigantic castle, and then decide I'm done with the server and leave, slowly but surely the server will restore that area of the world so another player can take it. So you don't have all these, abandoned sheds everywhere, and abandoned houses, abandoned castles, abandoned keeps. So the world would heal itself. So it turns into, you don't have all the trash basically left over. Now we're still playing with, and Tarkix, I think, just asked that. Will the flame to pay be the upkeep in game? Is it easy to get? Will the flame to pay for the upkeep in game? So that, you may have to clarify for me. I'm guessing you're talking about, like, how do you upkeep your land claim? So it's going to be as simple as feeding it stuff. If it's wood, if it's iron, if it's gold, every item. So if I come here and throw thatch in or a stick, it's going to add so much time to my claim. And if you throw in, like, let's say gold, it's going to add more time to your claim. So more valuable items add more to your claim, so on and so forth. But it's going to be relatively easy to keep up. I know we'll probably make it a server setting, so servers can dictate how fast or slow it goes, because I know if you, like, have a private server with friends, you necessarily don't want to, you know, someone goes on a week-long vacation and then everything's gone. So we're going to leave it up to server owners to be able to dictate how fast the claims, the fuel last. Cantargus also said, I played Worm Online for a year and your game reminds me of that game. I've never played Worm Online. I may have to go check it out. You were probably the sixth person to mention that to me, so it may be a good research experiment. Did you enjoy Worm Online, I guess is the big question. And Mal95 asks, is there going to be a map to help us? So we are going to be putting in a mini-map. We don't know the logic to that yet. If it's going to be sort of like a... oh shoot, I forgot the game's name. I should know this because I've played a lot of it. Age of Empire. It's going to be... We're trying to decide if it's going to be Age of Empire to where you only... Ooh, I need to eat. Give Apple 5. If you're going to... I lost my train of thought. Age of Empire to where you have to discover the map to see the spots, or if we're just going to expose the map to everyone to see. We haven't decided that yet. We also came up with a similar idea like DayZ, to where you have to craft the map to finally get it. So we're still trying to figure out exactly what map logic we want to put in for a mini-map, but we are definitely going to be adding in a map. And then Tarkus asked, can someone else do the upkeep if you're AFK? Yes. So and that feeds into your next question I just saw pop up. And Targus asked for the second question, can you share building permissions for others to help with your building? Yes. So you're going to be able to share building permissions or your claim with your clan, or your settlement, whatever you want to call it. And those people will also have the ability to feed your core or your claim. So, you know, it's all about just finding the right people and coordinating in that way. We've also talked about to where you can, and this is where we're going to leave it up to the server developers, but one idea would be for a code plugin that could be put into the server is to where you can pause it for a week or something like that. Okay. Renee, you want to build over here?
Sure.
Since we've been running around? Okay. Let's see what we can build. I'm going to build a little house or something. Go over here into the corner. Okay, Christian said, that's a fresh take on Wipes. I look forward to see how it plays. Is there going to be a type of raid system? So, natively, like built into the game right out of the gate, like vanilla RivenWorld, the claim, there won't be, not claims, goodness, there won't be a raid system per se. We're going to give the building blocks of one, so saying like, if you destroy the core and, accomplish this, this, and this, you can take the claim type thing. We're going to leave it up to server developers and owners to sort of dictate the game rules. And the reasoning behind that is we got super excited when we started thinking like this, but like you could have a server that has a different play style than the next one or another server, and that just gives you like limitless options of what gameplay you want. So let's say one server says, okay, you can only do a siege or a raid if 50% of the other team is on, or you can do you can only do a raid during the day or something like that. So we're leaving it up to the server owners to sort of dictate, but the idea is we're going to release the game, and then once we release the game on Steam, we're going to start building official plugins ourselves for the server software. And with that, we're going to start just requesting feedback from all of you guys about, you know, how do we do this? What game modes are wanted? I know last stream someone came up with a cool idea that you could actually make a mini game of, you know, you have 30 minutes to get to the castle and take it. And so, you know, instead of being a long game mode, they could create short game modes and whatever they really want. And Tarkus asks, I'm assuming you are in free build, that if I wanted to build a building, I would need to harvest the items. So, yes, we are in admin mode right now. So we are in free build. So admins on the server will be able to spawn things in like I am doing. You will have to harvest things. I can actually show you the harvesting of a tree here in a second. And tell you where that's going to head. But yes, you are going to have to harvest everything. And going forward into the next 2 to 3 weeks, we're going to be adding in resource nodes everywhere. So the trees are already one resource node, but we're going to be putting down stone resource nodes, iron, gold, copper, and a lot more of cool stuff. And we are taking an approach sort of like Reign of Kings did, that the resource nodes, we're going to spread them out evenly, but we're going to put large concentrations in different area that create natural conflict within the game world. So if you and your group of buddies want to take over, like, let's say, going back to Reign of Kings, you take over the oil fields in the swamp, then you control oil. So we're going to be doing concentrations like that, but then also spreading it out sparsely throughout the world. So, you know, if a server absolutely controls a section or a group, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, let's see. Christian said, makes sense. Can't go wrong with that route. It gives time to see how people cheese before it's making something set in stone. Yes. So that's the idea, is people can build game modes to what they want to see, and the plugins, you know, are swappable. So even just like, let's say you owned a server or ran your own server, one day it could have this plugin, and then let's say you want to add economy, you install an economy plugin, and the next day, let's say there's better like world protection or claims plugin that comes out, you could install that. So the idea is the plugins are going to give server owners a lot more granular control over the game environment. Tarkus asked, workbenches and sawmills. So currently we don't have a workbench in. It is planned. So we are planning to unlock different recipes. So like right here, the only recipe that works right now is the wood block. We've been really spending a lot of time on the recipe structure in the code. So we can now pop them in at a relatively fast pace. It took a little bit to get it all set up, especially between Unreal and the server software. We do have that hooked up now, so next stream you're going to start seeing some more recipes, and the idea is certain recipes unlock at a workbench. Here, let me spawn an axe real quick, and I can show you the... So the tree chopping isn't my favorite, honestly. I mean, just being honest. It takes... we actually want to make it to where the trees fall over, crackle, and you have to actually hit them some more. This was our first take at tree chopping. It's actually a dev system right now, because all this had to be loaded in Unreal using their foliage system, which is a pain and a half to interact with. Using traces, so we figured that out, and then next up would be actually having the tree fall over and animate and do all that cool stuff. Can you hire NPCs to do things for me? So this is something that server developers are going to be able to do as well. So we're going to expose basically everything we have for the game world. And with that, server owners and developers, plugin developers, will be able to create plugins just like they would in like a Minecraft server, to where you can spawn in an NPC, set a, give them armor, stuff like that, let them sit here, and then intersect the player's right click, left click event, stuff like that. But going back to us building our own plugins, like official plugins that are built by the dev team of RivenWorld, that's something that we actually talked about earlier this week, was building out an NPC like plugin that servers can install. Real quick, let me see if this will work. So there's the spawn town over there. Let's see, time. Is it dawn? No, dawn is. Oh, I'm gonna die of thirst. Okay. Hang on, I am gonna relog because we fixed food and I broke water earlier today, so I cannot drink water, so my guy is gonna slowly die. But I guess this will give you a demonstration of the death sequence of your player. Let me actually... Here, I'll relog real quick. Oh, but great questions, guys. These are a lot of really, really good questions. I was just going to show you, we've been absolutely amazed with the, we've been absolutely amazed with Unreal's environment that you can create in Unreal. So here, I'll show you this is my favorite part of the game, and that's sort of sad, but I will show you a sunset. There you go. Where's that? Is that sunset? No, that's the moon coming up. So we just experienced... Yeah, that's sunset. Goodness, my brain is everywhere. But like the visuals that Unreal is able to deliver is absolutely amazing. So are we going to need to go to the bathroom for Mon 95? It's funny enough you mentioned that. We actually had talks in the office later last week to implement just a gimmick of a bathroom system to where you can like remove toxins from your body without going into any more detail. We thought it would just be a funny little gimmick to put in. And we do have a 3D modeled medieval toilet that you're going to be able to place into your property and or house. We'll see how far that goes, but right now we're just thinking of it as a little funny Easter egg we're going to hide. Well, I guess not hide. Everyone's on the stream that just heard that knows it, but it's going to be an Easter egg. Okay, let me show you guys. Let me see if I can get it to do. Dawn. There you go. Look at the sky. I mean, the sky is absolutely stunning. Let's see if I can... I don't think I can jump up there. I'll run over to the tower real quick. That is a good view. So we are building the world to be 100% open world sandbox. So you are going to be able to alter anything within the world. And let's see if I think OBS is having causing my computer to have another heart attack. Here, we can just fix this real quick before it does have its heart attack. Okay, I'm just going to relaunch it. So yeah, we are still, of course, we're in dev, so we're still ironing out a lot of things. And I'm not sure if everyone heard right at the beginning, but we did add in, we did make some considerable improvements today with the graphics. So we're still ironing that out, but so far, I mean, I don't want to. Let's see here. So far, it's looking pretty cool, in my opinion. Bows, guns, spears, or just swords? Great question, Tarkus. So we are going to be adding in bows, spears, and swords. We've also had long discussions about adding in siege weapons or siege machines. So you're going to be able to build and place like a trebuchet, catapult, a ballista, stuff like that. And next question, shields. So we are planning on implementing shields if my OBS will cooperate. I think it just froze up again. Let's see. But we are going to be implementing shields. So that is something that we're going to be adding to the game. That's also going to play into our overall combat system. So with that, you're going to be able to block with the shield, stuff like that. Like I said earlier, we're going to be implementing a Mountain Blade inspired combat system, so we're actually going to be tracing where the sword goes, and if it hits like your neck or your head or your arms or whatever, we're going to be tracing that so we can do appropriate damage to the player. So a shield will become an important part. Like if you put a shield on your back, it'll block like arrows going to your back. Same thing, you could block the shield and actually use it in combat. Okay. Bleed, poison, cold effects, fire burning. So we do have, and apologize, I would show you more, but OBS seems to be having my computer in a heart attack state. So I'll just give it a second. So bleeding, we are going to add some amount of blood. We are actually talking about how much we want to add in. So we are looking at that. Poison, yes, you will be able to do alchemy and create poisons. And that would be like you can poison your sword, you can poison a tip of a spear, and it's going to do more damage to the player. Let me disable all screen messages. There you go. Okay. Maybe I just need to sit for a second. And then cold effects. So you are going to have to fight against the environment. The server already and the world already has seasons put into it. So like right now we're in summer, and it actually sets a temperature in game. The temperature is not shown on screen, but if it gets too hot, and you're outside too much, you're going to get too hot, and you'll have to cool off through drinking water, stuff like that. And then the fire burning. So that's actually on our to-do list coming up this week. For the rest of the week is actually like you being able to place down a, let's see. Yeah. Let me put down a campfire and I'll just show you real quick. So right now, this is the prop system. So we have two main elements. We have building blocks, which we showed you earlier, and then we have props. So this is a prop. You're going to be able to put down a campfire and light that campfire, and we're also going to be adding in lanterns that sort of are like this one right here, but you're going to have to fuel them with oil. So we'll have oil-based lights, torches, and then campfires. There you go. So there's the campfire, and equipment, unequip. We're still working on the hotbar. So here's the campfire. So basically you're going to be able to put stuff in here to cook, and you put fuel in, and then bada bing bada boom, you got light and fire. So we are adding in lighting and fire. It's just not in right now as a placeable. We just have it in the overall world. So like here's an oil lamp. This is another version of an oil lamp. So you're going to be able to place all these down. It's just we haven't put it into the placeable system yet as part of building. So there will be coal. So there's going to be coal deposits to where you can actually go and grab or mine coal in resource nodes. And then you also have oil and wood. There'll also be charcoal. So when you burn wood, it'll produce charcoal, and you can use the charcoal to as a heating source. But there is different weather in the game. So like right now it's sunny and sort of clear skies, cloudy. It can go anywhere from light rain to thunderstorm to hell on earth lightning storm to snowstorm to blizzard to actually we have a sandstorm that we can activate. We actually don't have that in the natural occurrence in the world because it didn't seem like it would fit since there's so much greenery, but that is going to be a possibility. Oh, look at that! Renee's building!
Yay.
Look at that! Let me make a day. What are you building, Renee?
I still have no idea. I'm just going.
You're just going with it? You're building like a tower or something? That's cool. Let's see. Tarkus asks, can I get an NPC to auto-fuel my kingdom of oil lamps? That is a daunting task. I remember that in Reign of Kings actually had that issue to where like me and my friends built this huge base, and it was like I think we had to have like 500 oil lamps, and I would literally spend half my time in that game running around fueling oil lamps. So that is an interesting idea. Just an NPC that runs around and fuels your lamps, or maybe you can attach something special to your lamp to where it like infinite fuel or pulls from a chest. So like going into like conveyor belts or something that's mystical so it fits the lore of the game. Yeah, I do get it. No, that is a pain and a half. And I remember we used to play DayZ all the time, and with that, DayZ used to be worse for us. Like DayZ, literally, we would spend all day gathering firewood to light the immediate area around our campsite. Big pain in the rear. Well, Renee, you want to talk about what blocks you're planning to add in here? So Renee is a developer that's working on the game, just to give everyone a backstory, because I know I've been the one talking for the most part. Renee, right now, yeah, I can. There it is. Disable all screen messages. Okay. So Renee has been working on the building system.
Right.
So yeah, Renee, talk a little bit about the building system.
Well, currently, I mean, we have multiple blocks, types of material. Currently working on adding custom blocks, so stairs, ramps, stuff like that. Just going through them. Pretty much making the placeable a little bit more user-friendly, so it feels more natural. Finding stuff that sometimes I don't like, and I just keep fixing stuff.
Yeah. No, yeah, the building system I think it's gonna be pretty unique. I mean, the whole like where you can build anywhere you want. So like if I wanted to come here and plop down my tower on top of this tower, I can. Or build like a platform going out into the ocean, or even like you could even build like a bridge, right?
Right.
Okay, Tarvik said he's having issues hearing you, Renee.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. I have your volume all the way up on Discord.
Can you hear me better?
Can you hear him better, Tarvik?
I know I by default have like quite a low volume voice.
Okay, Tarvik asked, boats, ships, fishing. So there is going to be fishing, because why wouldn't we add fishing when we're right on this island here? As far as boats go, there's been some talk about adding boats. I think, honestly, personally, I think that'd be super cool. We've actually also had discussions of having it to where you have multiple islands you can travel to, and taking a boat to those other islands. So then, you know, the world just gets bigger and bigger. That'll probably be a later update, but the idea would be is you get on your boat, you sail off into the sunset, it opens up a map, and yeah, Renee, he said he can barely hear you, you're very low. If you go into the Discord settings, there's a audio mic volume thing through your audio settings.
Let's see.
Or allow you to build boats. Yes, that's what I meant, was you can build a boat and use it to go fishing. You could also use it to, you know, travel to different islands. You know, really whatever you wanted to use it for. But yeah, we have had talk about allowing players to build boats, and then you guys can use those boats to sort of just add to the story, add to your gameplay, and everything in between. See if I get hurt falling off that. Yeah. So yeah, there's oh, I can even build inside the cannon. Yeah, that's cool. You can also rotate blocks, which I find super cool. So you can actually make like a different design with it. To sort of just make whatever you want. Can I build in the water like a boathouse? Yes, you can. So let me run over here and I can see. So logically speaking, you can build in the water. There's no rules in the game preventing you from doing that right now. But you actually got me thinking. Let's see if we can actually build in the water.
I have tried and I believe it is possible.
Oh my god, now you're super loud.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm out of blocks.
That better?
Yes. The real question is, can everyone else hear you?
True question.
After you just blew up their eardrums.
Blew up their eardrums. I am so sorry, guys.
Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. So yes, you can build in the water. Even though I'm floating on top of it, Renee, I have found a beautiful bug. We need to alter the swimming check, because I can float on top of the blocks. I'm Superman. Oh, he said now you're too low again. You went too drastic in both directions.
Let me go halfway through that again. Okay, there. I went half up.
There you go.
Yes. Um, MAHA says yes, he sounds better. Thank you.
Well, Tarvik, um, just personal question for you. What is the thing that's intriguing you most with the game? Like, what are you most excited about? Because I know we watched your YouTube video earlier, and I think I heard that you want to build a massive castle. But yeah, I just wanted to know what you're most excited about, and yeah. Renee, I have destroyed the docks, by the way. I built a massive wood pillar coming off of one of the towers with the cannon.
I can see it.
You can see it?
Yep.
That's funny. So yeah, and anyone else, give us your feedback on what you're most excited about, what you're looking forward to, ideas, what you would like to see. That's what these streams are for. Yeah, Renee, we really need to add in like a torch we can hold.
Yeah, it definitely gets really dark.
Yeah, it's like spooky dark.
I'm currently using like the blocks placement as my light source.
You're using the preview, the glowing preview as the light source.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, it gets like eerie. Oh, that's a cool shot of the castle. Let's see. Tarvik says, I enjoy building and group play, but I'll be doing a vid tomorrow on the stream, so I'll share my thoughts and share the vid with you. Easier to do that than type it all out. No, sounds good. Oh, yeah, share your feedback. Let us know what you think, what you're looking forward to, what you think we need to improve upon. We want this to be a community effort, because at the end of the day, everyone's gonna play it. So, and yeah, I've always loved games that do that, to where they involve everybody. So that's what we are setting out to do ourselves, is make sure we involve everybody, make sure, oh, that's a pretty sunrise. Wow. Sorry, I get distracted very easily playing games. Just look at the lighting, though. I mean, like, going back to, we have been absolutely blown away by the visuals in Unreal Engine 5. I'm surprised, though. I need to add a command in for the Sunday stream, Renee, to where we can trigger weather, so we can go through and show everyone the Thor lightning storm, like the oh shit I'm gonna die lightning storm.
Very nice.
So yeah, I'll do that. Yes, no, we can tell Target. How do you pronounce it? Tarkus? Tarkus, right? Okay. I think that's how I heard you pronounce it in your video earlier. But no, yeah, we can definitely tell that you enjoy this type of game mode, and you are in good company, because we enjoy this type of game mode too. And Moss says, we saw the last live, it was great. The last live was me sliding down the edge of the mountain and dying in a ragdoll formation. It was rather funny. And OBS is chewing up my video card right now. So, yeah, I did order a RTX graphics card, and it's going to be coming in sometime this week. So if it comes in before the next stream, then it should be a lot more smoother than this. I am running on an old 1060, so a GTX 1060, and I believe Renee's running on an old, 980?
That is correct.
Oof.
I also have my 3060 coming in.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow.
So yeah, between streaming and... Because is your game choppy up, or is it just me with streaming?
No, it's...
It's just me?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, it's OBS. A potato computer. Yeah, so at the office we have 3060, like RTX 3060s and like beautiful monitors and all this really cool equipment. But I really don't want to be at the office this late. So we've been doing the stream just when we're all at home. So now we're realizing we need to upgrade all our home rigs to be able to, well, especially me. I think Renee's doing fine. It's just the whole streaming thing, 60 FPS, playing the game, and running all the other software in the background. My potato computer is not liking the stress that I'm giving it. Okay, well, I just looked at the clock, and it is 9 o'clock. So that concludes our hour. Any last questions from anybody before we sign off today for the dev stream? This will be dev stream number 3. Next stream's going to be Sunday. The time will be posted in the Discord. I know last week we did it, I believe, at 2 p.m. So we'll probably aim for about that same time. So it'll be 2 p.m. Central on Sunday is what we're going to aim for. Oh, there's some rain. But that'll be the next stream. Okay, and Tarkus said, I review video games, so I tend to run the best system possible to be fair with my reviews. That is a very smart thing to do. I know I haven't upgraded my machine in a long time at home. So I'm excited to get the new graphics card in coming up. I think Newegg said it's coming Friday, so it should be here before the stream. And I think Renee has his coming in soon too. Oh, I see you, Renee.
Hello.
So that should help with the stream quality. Because I know last stream we weren't lagging as bad, but the graphics weren't there. It wasn't like OBS wasn't capturing the essence of the game very well. Now it's capturing the essence of the game, but then OBS is also killing the game. So we will find the right balance with the right hardware. Okay, well, everyone have a great night, and we'll be back Sunday at 2 p.m. Central. And if you have any other questions, feel free to join our community Discord. You can find that on our Steam page, on the Facebook page, basically everywhere. And once you join the Discord, just post your message. We're on basically every day, and we're happy to answer any questions. And Tarkus, we look forward to seeing your video later. So everyone have a great night, and we hope you enjoy RivenWorld, the first era. I'm going to play the trailer one more time for you, and that'll be the stream. Say goodbye, Renee.
Hi, guys. Thanks for watching.
Dear traveler, welcome to the realm of the Iron Isle. Together with your fellow travelers, you will fight together or against one another for control of the Elder's throne and take control of this cursed land. Make your own destiny. Learn to forage and gather. Forge iron into steel. Build your own settlement from the sweat of your labors. Make this realm yours, either through war or peace. Gain influence and title. Welcome to RivenWorld, the first era. Coming soon to Steam Early Access.